Welcome, everybody, to SmackDown. We're in the Denny Sanford Premier Center in South Dakota for your episode 2 of WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, and of course the Elimination Chamber, streaming to you live in April 2026, week 4 of Universe Mode. We're going to take a quick look back at the Royal Rumble that did happen over in WWE 2K25, our very last episode. The women, 30 women entered the field and only one did leave. It was an absolutely epic match, and the last woman standing was that woman in the white right there. AJ Lee came close. She hit that Widow's Peak, but Blake Monroe did enough. Now Blake Monroe is going to WrestleMania, and she is here in the building tonight, but who on earth will she choose? Of course, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for the women of Raw will be decided inside the most hellacious structure, the Elimination Chamber. And of course, Jade Cargill, who was on the SmackDown side, the blue brand, the former WWE Women's Champion, and a dominant one for her reign. She came close, she was dominating, spear here, but missed in the eyes. Changed the tide of that championship. Jade is in the building tonight, and I've seen her walk in, and she's not in a good mood. Missed to the eyes, because Jade Cargill, the WWE Women's Championship, and Io Sky now is decorated in gold. And also the WWE Championship was on the line. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defending against Christmas Chaos Hell in a Cell winner Ilja Dragunov in what was a 5-star classic. Ilja came close, but not close enough, because Cody Rhodes withstood all the onslaught that Ilja had to throw, but it was the second Crossroads that put down the SAR, and Cody Rhodes, fresh off the back of his actions at the Royal Rumble in that match, and ones we'll see later in this trailer, will address everything tonight. Quarterback 1 is in the building in South Dakota. The men's Rumble, 30 men entered, 30 men competed, all for that coveted spot at WrestleMania. And only one stood tall. It came down to 4. Bron Breakker with an impressive performance. CM Punk, who is now in Ring of Honor, dumped over the rope. It came down to the Cousins. And Jacob for 2 with a head full of steam, managed to eliminate his cousin Roman Reigns to secure that slot. And he had a brawl with Brock Lesnar. But tonight, Alexa Bliss, AJ Lee, the rivalry heating as hot as it can get. Charlotte Flair, her best friend, is taking on AJ Lee in her place. The United States Championship #1 contender match at LA Knight, surpassing 1 year as your United States Champion. He'll have a new contender tonight. And the Elimination Chamber qualifiers for only the men on SmackDown, of course, because the women's is for the World Heavyweight title. Randy Orton, Sheamus, Solo Sikoa. And we're kicking things off with the master of the 619. Some people, and many people, call him the greatest luchador of all time. It's hard to disagree when it comes down to this man, Rey Mysterio. He's live here in South Dakota, and he requested time to speak. What is Rey Mysterio going to have in store for the WWE Universe? What announcements will he have tonight? Well, it's always good to see Rey. Of course, speaking of the Royal Rumble, and we've just gone past that, the 2006 Royal Rumble winner from entry #1. Rey Mysterio is the biggest little man in the world. Oh, and for goodness sake, here comes Austin Theory, who we haven't seen all that much, but now it looks like he's going to put a foot stomp down. And Theory with a sucker punch to Rey Mysterio. What a disgusting human being. Rey obviously out here announcing his retirement and at Saturday night's main event in Mexico City for the first ever time, by the way, folks. And he will retire on his own terms. But it looks like Austin Theory wants to send Rey Mysterio into an early retirement. And now we're going to see a brawl, and if anything I've learned over the years about Rey Mysterio, it's that this man can never be counted out, and Theory might have overcounted the chicken eggs in the hatch as these two throw fists. Theory with a drop kick, the master of the 619 in a oh, for God's sake. Austin Theory's an absolute despicable human being, wiping his feet with Mysterio, and Mysterio's going to fight back, and Rey looks like he's lining something up, and Theory cowers out of the ring like the goddamn coward he is. And now he's going to walk away, and that's right, you do it. And Rey asking Theory to get back in the ring, and maybe we're going to see more than just that little brawl we saw right there. And Theory walks to the ring and teases and says no. What absolute scumbag Austin Theory is. Get the hell out of the arena. And we're not going to mess around, folks. We're going to continue the action. And speaking of luchador culture, he is a man of zero fear. I hope you're holding your hands up for the Zero Miedo. Penta and Ethan Page. Both men had an opportunity at LA Knight's Championship in LA Knight's United States Championship long ago in the past. LA Knight offering an olive branch to both men, a number one contenders match because LA Knight not doing things the traditional way. But of course, if Penta can pick up a big victory here tonight, or Ethan Page, they will become the new number one contender and contest against LA Knight's year-long reign as the United States champion. But it looks like we're not going to get a fair entrance because I can see Ethan Page and an axe handle, an early attack. And we've already seen enough despicableness from Austin Theory, and it looks like Ethan Page is going to continue that with a neck breaker to the outside. And I hope Ethan Page is proud of his work here, because Penta was making his way to the ring, much of South Dakota, very happy to see Penta. What a goddamn shame it is that Ethan Page decides to do things, and Penta's going to fight back now. And Penta's going to fight back with everything that he's got. The zero fear is not just a saying, it's a way of life, and throwing Ethan Page into the ring. And this match will finally be made official. Number one contendership on the line. Referee deciding to let the match go, and a big kick from All Ego as Penta enters the ring. And now collar and elbow tie up Irish whip. Referee does manage to get in the way there, but that's going to work in the advantage of Penta, who delivers a super kick to All Ego. And All Ego could have been literally in his name. He could have been All Ego here because Penta's going to unload. And Penta is not going to be happy with the way this match started. And a kick. Page sent to the ground, and that's right, dance all over his body. Penta bringing Page back to his feet, and a sling blade connects. And of course, Penta not even had a chance to undress yet. He's just more focused on putting the beating on Ethan Page, and an Irish whip into the corner. And a big chop. Blows can be held all, not just South Dakota, you can probably hear that all around Dakota. And now Penta's feeling the energy of this WWE Universe. It's electric for Penta, and he's going to do the headstand dropkick. Penta is somebody who does things in a way that are commendable. Sorry folks, we went to commercial break there real quick. We're back in the ring, and Penta is putting the beat down on Ethan Page. Finally managed to get his jacket off as well. And now Ethan Page with a big boot to Penta. And now he's going to deliver some clubbing blows to the face of Penta. Of course, we saw this week on Raw his brother Rey Fenix challenge Obafemi for the Intercontinental Championship in what was an admirable effort. Penta with an opportunity to compete for United States Championship Gold too, if he can see off Ethan Page. But the way this match is turning now, it started off with a little bit of controversy, and now Page is really starting to dictate the pace and put the match to his own liking. Into the corner goes Penta. Ethan Page with a stomp there to the midsection, and he's just admiring his work, and he's just loving it. And the boos ring out here in South Dakota for all ego and a drop kick to the lower back. Penta could be in trouble, and now he's just choking him. The referee's going to have to intervene here. Surely a 5 count might be in effect, and Ethan Page decides to let go of the hold and just having a word with the referee. And I don't know what word salad is coming out of Ethan Page's mouth, but I can only imagine it's not anything PG. A stomp to the head, bringing Penta back to his feet. A kick might knock Penta's head off there, and he's trying to block out the noise from this South Dakota raucous crowd who are ringing out with boos for all ego Ethan Page right here, right now. And asking Penta to get back to his feet. What will the question say? And Penta catches him and plucks him out of midair there. And a lovely springboard leg drop from Penta, and the momentum might be shifting back in the favour of Penta. And just puts the foot on the gut there. Penta back to his feet, and Penta going to collar and elbow tie up here, going to drag Ethan Page to the ropes. And maybe that's a good thing, because Penta will risk it all, and we're about to see that right now. Against the ropes goes Penta. Incredible springboard somersault there, taking down Ethan Page at ringside here. And this crowd are loving the action here tonight. It's electric inside this centre tonight for SmackDown. And a springboard from Penta will risk everything, and Page is one step ahead yet again. And never does things the traditional way, does Ethan Page. An incredible wrestler in his own right, but decides to take the shortcuts with the chokes. And now against the barricade goes Penta, driven into the barricade again from Ethan Page. And what a despicable human being Ethan Page is being right now. Does anything but play by the rules, Ethan Page. Of course, his credentials add up to himself, just what you see on the eye. A future world champion, no doubt. But right now, he's going to look to splash Penta. Hook of the leg, United States Championship implications on the line, and a kick out 2 by Penta. Still in this one. And a stomp there, and double stomp, and I believe Penta's busted wide open under the mask. And that's not going to do his eyesight any further, as Ethan Page goes to the middle rope, goes for that neck breaker, and it misses, and good super kick from Penta shifts the tide again, and he's relying on the energy of you guys and this WWE Universe. Another sling blade from Penta, and now he might be looking to put away all ego Ethan Page and make his way to the United States Championship opportunity. What the hell's Penta thinking here? Page could be in trouble. Reversal. Ethan Page wants nothing of what Penta. Roll-up pin attempted here from Ethan Page. Could be about to get the job done. Referee is down, and a kick out there at 2. And all ego cannot believe his luck tonight. Penta just will not stay down, and that might be a big mistake, because the Penta driver has been lined and been fired. Hook of the leg could have Ethan Page beat. A kick out at 2. from Ego. And I don't think there's going to be much left in the tank of all Ethan Page as Penta hits a Mexican Destroyer. Penta secures his United States Championship opportunity. And rightly so. And just as it looked like Ethan... Oh, hold on a second. Kathy Kelly is here. Message sent to LA Knight.
A lifelong dream finally within reach. But tonight,
the Elimination Chamber, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania.
locked inside,
By far the harshest of detours.
dreams can disappear. There is no escape. The anticipation grabs hold. Because beyond these doors, elimination awaits.
Well, here we go! Wild action here tonight. High stakes, high pressure. Ruthless, relentless, absolutely awesome.
There's bodies flying everywhere.
It is a massacre inside the Elimination Chamber. WrestleMania is on the line.
Well, folks, it is confirmed for next week. Austin Theory will take on Rey Mysterio. Rey on his own retirement tour like John Cena. Will Rey pick up the victory against Austin Theory? And next week, a big announcement, a mystery opponent, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, who will meet them inside the Elimination Chamber qualifier next week on SmackDown. But up next, Jade Cargill, who lost the WWE Women's Champion, is here. And I can only imagine she's seething. Well, a storm may be coming. We've got word that in the back, Jade has been absolutely distraught, throwing around stuff. So I can only imagine what kind of mood she's in after losing the WWE Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble in Arkansas. Can't imagine it's going to be a good one, to be fair. But the storm is coming and Jade Cargill is in South Dakota. Of course, with Io Sky and Blake Monroe in the building, all surrounding that World Championship picture. It's going to be a very interesting topic of discussion tonight. Who has the claim to what? And of course, if you're new here or if you're old, just a reminder, Jade Cargill won the WWE Women's Championship from Julia all the way back in November, only to lose it at the Royal Rumble in an unexpected turn of events, which saw Io Sky change her morals. Io Sky blowing mist. A lot of people say it's swift justice because Jade has not necessarily done things in a traditional way either. But Io Sky, Jade Cargill went to war. It was a great match, but the deciding factor was not a big move. It was the mist that Io Sky spat in the eyes of Jade Cargill, blinding her, allowing Io to pull off the victory with a big splash. No time for pleasantries. Well, we knew that she was in the building and business is about to pick up. And of course, on the Raw side, the World Heavyweight Championship for the women will be decided inside the most hellacious structure known to man, the Elimination Chamber. But she has, and said last week, this week on Raw, that she's coming to look Io Sky in the eyes. The glamour, the 2026 Royal Rumble winner is on SmackDown, and could Io Sky be a tasty option for the glamour at WrestleMania? Well, it seems like the pleasantries are over. Blake Monroe, message sent. Hopefully message received. Jade and Io in the ring. Now Io Sky's going to look at Jade, and Jade's going to turn away as Io is going to stare down what could be her WrestleMania opponent. And I can't imagine Jade's going to enjoy this. This is like rubbing salt in the wound. And Jade isn't going to like it, and an attack from behind. And it was only a matter of time. Jade, absolutely seething, managed to hold it in while words were dispatched. But now Jade's going to hand out a beating, and it's going to be courtesy of Io Sky. And of course, Io was somebody who, before the mist, was somebody who was such a good fighting individual. And now she's going to get slung to the outside the ring. And what the hell's Jade Cargill? Oh my goodness, steps in hand. And this does not bode well for Io. And they look perfectly poised and perfectly placed. And I don't know what Jade's got. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Onto the steps, jaded. Someone get the medics out here, because Io Sky has just received a jaded to the steps. And now Jade's going to make her way back into the ring. And Io Sky hasn't moved, and she isn't moving as she stares down Blake Monroe. Well, SmackDown continues, folks. The show never stops. There's a little bit of history between these, well, the two women that are in this equation. Charlotte Flair, who we believe has told Alexa Bliss to stay backstage. Alexa's not staying backstage, by the way. Alexa Bliss, AJ Lee. As long as our universe mode has been going on, Alexa Bliss, AJ Lee, tit for tat, going at each other, blow for blow. Charlotte Flair wants to put a nail in that coffin because she wants her and Alexa to go face, focus on the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship gold, which is currently held by the Irresistible Forces. Charlotte Flair volunteered to put down AJ Lee tonight. Of course, Alexa was waiting for AJ Lee inside the Royal Rumble, but didn't manage to cross paths for too long. Not as long as she liked. We know that we can't have AJ Lee versus Alexa Bliss because that match has already happened and it was an absolute car crash. Now Charlotte's going to step in and try and put down AJ Lee. The 15-time Women's World Champion is no jobber. She will be here to dish out punishment, and is very, well, even so, more than capable of beating AJ Lee. This crowd in South Dakota is cheering for Charlotte. It's good to see the Queen back on SmackDown in action tonight. And the pyro goes off for the Queen. And what on earth will she have to say when all's said and done in this match? Well, get ready, folks, to light it up. AJ Lee is in the building. Of course, AJ Lee, we just saw the women battle it out there. Blake Monroe, of course, winning the Royal Rumble, eliminating AJ Lee. Of course, AJ Lee had aspirations to go into WrestleMania for that World Championship, but they were cut short by the Glamour's debut. And now AJ Lee is going to have to contest with Charlotte Flair inside the squared circle tonight on SmackDown. And of course, her husband over on Ring of Honor, if you want to go check out that series, an amazing, amazing alternative show in the universe mode. Incredible talent every week there. Must-see matches from all around the world in terms of talent. But we're focused on the blue brand. We're focused on SmackDown tonight. And these two women are going to lock up, and it's going to be an absolutely exceptional match. When we're talking about the road to WrestleMania, this match is quite easily a WrestleMania matchup. And they're going to stare each other down. A little bit of history between these two. And of course, Alexa Bliss will watch on. And we're going to start an AJ Lee. Questions about ring rust and everything may be answered in this one-on-one contest. Her first one-on-one contest since she last lost to Alexa Bliss. But that wasn't enough. AJ Lee a few weeks back the production played the Tron of AJ Lee mid-match for Alexa Bliss, costing Alexa Bliss an opportunity to enter the Survivor Series team against Bianca Belair. And now AJ Lee is back on a full-time schedule. Can only imagine the paths are going to meet sooner rather than later yet again. But this next time, I don't think it's going to be a normal traditional match, folks. And Charlotte going to work pretty back and forth in the early stages. Charlotte Flair, 15-time Women's World Champion, and a big boot to AJ Lee. And that might have wiped the smirk off the face of AJ Lee. And a kick out one there from AJ. Not enough done there from Charlotte because she's a veteran. She'll know what to do. She's very good at adapting. And AJ Lee with a Luther's press and clubbing blows to Charlotte. And she's just going to rub it in the face of Alexa Bliss here, calling her a loser. And she needs to focus on the woman in the ring, which is Charlotte Flair, and a bulldog from Flair. Incredible strength shown here from Charlotte, and a powerbomb to AJ Lee, who was trying to distract and tease Alexa Bliss, who's on the outside of the ring. And a big clubbing blow there from AJ Lee going to the top rope. The temptation from Alexa Bliss to push her off must be incredible. Crossbody connects. Now dancing over Charlotte's body. Don't know if that's the wisest move when you've got a 15-time Women's World Champion across the ring from you. And a spear takedown there from Charlotte is going to shift the tide yet again. And now Charlotte wiping the floor here with AJ Lee. Have to say, I've been very impressed with Charlotte in this opening stage because all the hype behind AJ Lee is quietly being silenced as Charlotte displays another spectacle and a neck breaker there. And a spear. I thought she was going for a spear. A nice low attack there from Charlotte, taking AJ Lee, and she's just serenading and enjoying being back in action tonight. You can hear the crowd a bit mixed. Don't really know who to cheer for. Irish whip into the corner. AJ Lee could be in trouble. Stomp to the leg. And AJ Lee telegraphed. Smart from the veteran. And a drop kick here. But you could say Charlotte is also a veteran as well in the squared circle now. She's been in the WWE for a long, long time. Sure as hell got probably more experience than AJ Lee in the ring in difficult situations. And now collar and elbow type into the corner goes Charlotte, and AJ Lee with a splash. Looking to put down Charlotte, and maybe now she's realised that Charlotte is no walk in the park, and a sent on, and these two are going to battle it out now. And AJ Lee and Charlotte distinctly said backstage that she wanted to win this match without Alexa Bliss. And Charlotte's having a word here with Alexa Bliss and asking her, why on earth are you doing that? Why? Charlotte fully believes she can beat AJ Lee without the help of Alexa Bliss. Of course, she asked Alexa to stay backstage. Alexa didn't claim she was out there for moral support. And now Charlotte's just wanting... Oh, and a reversal here from AJ Lee. Don't take your eyes off the prize. And that could be the cost of Alexa being out here. And a kick to the midsection. And the distraction from Alexa Bliss actually didn't aid Charlotte. It aided AJ Lee, which is not the intention. Now AJ Lee, what the hell is she thinking? Oh my God, what a move. AJ Lee throwing it back to 2013 with the speed and agility she's showing. Now a chop to Flair. Charlotte may have more on her mind than just beating AJ Lee now. Alexa Bliss trying to help her on her way to a victory over AJ Lee. What the hell is AJ Lee thinking here? Oh my god. That is an incredible move from AJ Lee. A wheelbarrow. And Charlotte kicks out. Still in this one. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome." I tend to agree in this situation. What an incredible matchup neckbreaker from AJ. Now AJ Lee again teasing Alexa Bliss. She does not seem to get the medal. Oh my god, she's going to go up to her. And Alexa knows if she does anything that Charlotte will be disqualified. Now Charlotte's going to ask AJ Lee to get back in the ring and stop focusing on Alexa Bliss so we can get this match finished. And now AJ's going to climb to the top rope. And that was a big mistake because now Charlotte's building up momentum. And a spear from Charlotte. Hook of the leg from Flair. Could be enough to get it done. Referee count and AJ's still in it. Just. How the hell did AJ Lee kick out of that gargantuan spear? And now Charlotte's on about Alexa again. Roll-up pin attempted from AJ Lee. The distraction could have been enough and Charlotte kicks out. She wants Alexa, so what she was saying to her there was, leave, oh no. And a shining wizard. And AJ Lee's pumped up. Charlotte wanted Alexa to leave ringside, that's what she was saying. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. But Charlotte is aware. 15-time Women's World Champion for a reason. Now she's basking in the glory. But Alexa Bliss is saying something to Charlotte. And Charlotte's not happy about it. So we don't know what's going on here. Oh, and a stomp to the midsection. A lot of arguing going on in the corner of Alexa and Charlotte. Charlotte desperate for Alexa Bliss to leave the ringside area. And a crossbody attempted, Charlotte reverses. And she's got to focus on AJ Lee. That's her opponent tonight. And a leg drag there and working on the legs, trying to take away the speed and agility of AJ Lee. And Charlotte is asking her why is she still here. Why are you still here, Alexa? This could be a costly error here from Charlotte Flair, who is a veteran and should know much better. Now AJ's going to hit her. Oh my god. It's locked in. Will Charlotte tap? She does. AJ Lee picks up a victory over Charlotte. And as they make their way up the ramp, they are arguing all the way to the back of Alexa Bliss. Oh, Alexa's stayed out here. Charlotte stormed up, sorry. Charlotte must have said something to Alexa Bliss. They were looking to walk up the ramp together. Charlotte pushed past her. And she's already gone it. Alexa Bliss cannot even look at AJ Lee here tonight as she picks up a victory. And it's good to see AJ Lee back here in action. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell. Don't miss an episode of Universe Mode. We're here in South Dakota. It's been an incredible episode of SmackDown. And of course, the Elimination Chamber coming to you live April 2026. The road to WrestleMania. It's the final pit stop. You're not going to want to miss it. Well, as we were looking over the beautiful city of South Dakota, Solo Sikoa made his way to the ring. And this is your main event in the Elimination Chamber qualifying triple threat match between Solo Sikoa, Randy Orton, and, well, none other than the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Because we already know over on the Raw side, Bron Breakker has made his way into the chamber. Make sure you go check out Raw to check out exactly how that happened. Will the Viper, will the leader of the MFTs, or will the Celtic Warrior join him as they look to pit their stop and book their ticket to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania? Of course, Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion. And the message on his shirt is to RKO everybody. That must be the mentality for the Viper tonight. It must be to RKO everybody. Randy is somebody who is more than capable of winning the Elimination Chamber. He's done it before, and can he do it again? But first up, he's got to get through Solo Sikoa and Sheamus. And one thing we know about this Universe mode is that on SmackDown, nothing is set in stone. The Viper, there is no automatic ticket to the hellacious structure known as the Elimination Chamber. You got to win your match. It's good to see Randy Orton. He looks in good health here in South Dakota. Of course, his road to WrestleMania should be an interesting one, whatever it may be. Should it start tonight, when he might win an opportunity to get inside the Elimination Chamber? Should it start later down the line if he fails, the Viper will be on the grandest stage of them all. That I assure you. There is no WrestleMania without Randy. This crowd screaming out the theme song. They talk to me, they hear voices in support and love for the Viper as we await the arrival of the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. It's fight night. Now, if anybody can win this triple threat match, we talk about Randy Orton. The Celtic Warrior is the biggest, is the most overlooked superstar in the entire history of the blue brand. I have more than enough confidence that if Sheamus turns up here anywhere near 100%, that he's more than capable of getting the job done and securing his ticket to WrestleMania. And of course, Solo Sikoa, the young, hungry dog in the ring with the other two veterans, might have the inexperience, but does he have the brain to make it count when it matters? Only one of these men can advance to the Elimination Chamber. For the other two, it will be deciding your path to WrestleMania via other routes. Of course, Randy is a household name, but should he fail here tonight, it makes his path to WrestleMania all the more difficult, and maybe not for an opportunity at Championship Gold. The crowd were already demanding an RKO from Randy Orton. As we get underway, the referee in charge here tonight has rung the bell, and the triple threat match, the Elimination Chamber qualifier, is underway. And still to come, obviously, after this match, Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, is in the building. He's here, so we'll have to see what he's going to have to say. The super kick from Solo takes down the Viper. Sheamus is in trouble here. A spinning heel kick from Solo Sikoa throws Randy into the corner. Randy is smarter than that, and a back elbow from Orton. And Sheamus with a neck breaker. And the thing about a triple threat match is you've always got to look over your shoulder. You never know who's going to attack you next. Irish whip and reverse there. Sheamus manages to reverse that Irish whip, and now Randy with a gut wrench to Sheamus and a Russian leg sweep to follow. And a clothesline there from Sikoa. Sheamus and Sikoa, no bread, no water, just meat. Now collar and elbow type. Solo Sikoa looks to be pushing the pace here against Randy and Sheamus. What the hell's Sikoa thinking here? And a nice splash on Orton. The Viper, looking to pick up number 15, will have to win this triple threat match to gain any chance. Because we know the Elimination Chamber will face whoever Jacob for 2 does not pick. And of course Jacob, although he brawled with Brock Lesnar, has not decided just yet. Of course Jacob was scheduled to be here tonight on SmackDown. Travel delays have meant that he can't be here, or let's just say it looks a bit dodgy why the plane didn't arrive. Of course, we'll have to find out what Jacob's doing and what his vision is on SmackDown. Of course, Cody Rhodes holding the WWE Championship. Could we be looking at a scenario where Jacob could pick Cody Rhodes and avenge his brother-in-arms, Bren? And a shot with the chair from Solo to Randy Orton. And an uppercut to Sheamus as well to follow. We've just been to commercial. The referee has been part of a, just while the commercial break hit, the referee was part of an Irish whip. Solo Sikoa tossing Sheamus into the corner. The referee got caught. He's still down on the floor. That, I mean, in a triple threat match, no disqualification rules apply anyway, but that's not going to bode well for whoever Solo Sikoa pins, because the referees don't forget. A knee drop attempted for Sheamus, and Randy Orton's there to take advantage. And of course, the Viper is an opportunist, and a nice running power slam there from Sheamus. Solo wide with the clothesline. Now an Irish whip. Solo Sikoa, it was attempted and missed, and Solo's going to get out the ring. That was smart from Solo Sikoa to get out the way of Sheamus there and stop the offense. Solo going to allow Randy Orton and Sheamus to battle it out, steel steps in hand. I don't think we need them in the equation. Solo, this match is already violent enough. Sheamus with the kendo stick. And that was one of the most incredible throws you'll ever see, anticipating where Solo Sikoa was running. And Solo throws it back at him. Incredible arms. They would be great baseball players. The roll-up pin attempted here on Orton. That's not going to be enough, surely, in the kick out from Randy Orton. But Sheamus was there anyway. That was a good Solo, ducked under the clothesline there, went for a leg drop. Clubbing blows from Sheamus here. Sheamus plucks Orton out of thin air, fall-away slam from the Celtic Warrior. And what the hell is... Oh my god, he was going for the Celtic Cross. Solo Sikoa brave and smart to escape that hold there, because that move is powerful. And now Solo Sikoa steps in hand, landed on Sheamus' back, and Orton with the Luthez press and clubbing blows to Solo here. And Orton looking to secure his ticket to the Elimination Chamber. We've mentioned that 57 times, but it's amplifying the importance of a Randy Orton victory here tonight. Of course, without a road to WrestleMania thus far, failing in the Royal Rumble. And oh my god, a scoop slam to Sikoa onto the steps, and Sheamus takes advantage. A knee drop from Sheamus to Solo Sikoa there. And clubbing blows from Sheamus. Chair in hand, and Solo could be in trouble, and he's been busted wide open. Randy with a kendo stick. Never turn your back on the Viper. Shot to Sheamus again. Sheamus with a double. Well, he tied his hands together there. Nice clothesline attempt. Don't know what you'd call that, but it's a modified version of a clothesline using your fists. Now Sheamus is going to go to work on Randy Orton's legs. We know that he's had trouble with his back, his neck, and his legs in the past. And of course, Sheamus having no stranger to trouble in the neck and back. Solo with a clubbing blow with the kendo stick. The Viper, oh Jesus! And he hit him that hard with the kendo stick, it broke. Now Randy Orton's going to take advantage of that. Solo managing to get all part of that as well. Solo receiving damage after hitting with the kendo stick, and Orton's going to drive him into the ropes. Back body drop nearly onto the steps there. Solo Sikoa was nearly counting his days and taking Sheamus down, who had a kendo stick in hand. The Viper is sensing the end, I believe. Going to turn Sheamus over. On these stomps normally happen before the three most deadly letters in all of professional wrestling occur. And could we about to see Uranagi from Sikoa? Thought he was going to go for the Samoan spike made famous by Umaga. And the Viper kicks out just. That was close though from Solo. Smart work there from Solo Sikoa, who many people counted out of this match before it even began. Oh god, Sheamus could be in trouble. Oh, I thought he was going for the Samoan spike. Sheamus smarter to know than to stay into that. Now Sheamus dumps Solo onto the ropes, and an RKO to Sheamus. The Viper has the match won, and he's going to pin Solo Sikoa. I would have probably gone for Sheamus there. And Solo gets the shoulder up. Now Randy Orton putting a beat down on Solo Sikoa. Oh, and a clubbing blow to Orton. I think all three men are busted open in this match. This is an Elimination Chamber qualifier, and you're getting an advert for how dangerous the hellacious structure could be, because that will carve you open way worse than that kendo stick. And Solo Sikoa with an Irish whip to Sheamus. We'll look for that Samoan drop, back body drop straight onto the chair, and the lower back of Sheamus is not the strongest, and Orton there again to wipe out Solo. Orton Irish whipped and a bro kick attempted, and Orton might be looking for something. Nice European uppercut from Orton. Sheamus went for the bro kick, it was missed, and another European uppercut from Orton. Now he's going to put a beat down, and Solo Sikoa tries to swing for the fences with that steel chair, and he's going to take advantage of Randy Orton, who was putting a beat down on the Celtic Warrior. And now we're going to see a Samoan drop onto the chair. Goodness me. Sikoa with a Samoan drop onto the chair. And Randy and Sheamus, the two veterans, might be done for. Now Solo's going to bask in the glory of being the last man standing as the Elimination Chamber is on the line. And now Randall Keith Orton is back to his feet. And another uppercut there to Solo Sikoa. And he's going to take Sheamus to the outside. And now he's got Solo isolated in the ring. And you never want to be one-on-one in a cage with a Viper. Goes for the clubbing blow. Solo Sikoa manages to push him off. You don't want to be getting too many punches straight to the forehead. And a super kick from Solo Sikoa takes down the Viper. Stomps to the hand there of Randy Orton, trying to take away the power, and a sledgehammer shot to Solo Sikoa, and that could be all. What the hell? Solo kicking out of one there. Impressive. Now an Irish whip. Solo goes into the ropes. Bro kick. I don't know if it connected. I don't think he got all of it. Now Randy's not going to enjoy that. Randy coming for Sheamus, who catches him. Follow-away slam. If you haven't been impressed with Sheamus in this match, I don't know what to tell you. He's been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sheamus more than deserved. If he wins this match, you cannot argue. Now the Viper's going to go after Sheamus, and Sheamus gets the European uppercutted from the Viper. Now he's going to throw Sheamus out the ring, and Solo Sikoa attacking the Viper. Maybe one step too many. Reversal. Another reversal from Randy. This is back and forth, folks. What a sequence. RKO attempted. And Sikoa will not stay down. Scoop slam there from Solo. The Elimination Chamber on the line. And a kendo stick shot to Sheamus, from Solo Sikoa, dishing out the punishment. And Randy's here, and now Solo could be about to go for a ride. The DDT, legs on the ropes, vintage Randy Orton. And it's only a matter of time before Solo Sikoa gets put down for good. Randy bringing Solo back to his feet, could be looking for that RKO. Sheamus with a kendo stick in hand. And Sheamus taken down. And Solo going to come back to the Viper RKO. Randy is in the chamber. When it looks so likely that Sheamus or Solo would go forward, the Viper knows when to strike. Congratulations to Randy, who joins Bron Breakker inside the most hellacious structure known to man the Elimination Chamber. Only one of these men in the Elimination Chamber will go to WrestleMania for an opportunity, a World Championship opportunity. The Viper has to be on your top of your priority list if you're a betting man. Congratulations, Randy, on qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. Well, folks, here comes the quarterback of SmackDown. And of course, if you didn't watch the Royal Rumble or you're new here, I'll quickly explain the law. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Ilja Dragunov, who won a 6-man Hell in a Cell match to earn an opportunity at the Royal Rumble for an opportunity at the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes won that match fair and square. Back in December the 6th Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. Cody Rhodes won the World Heavyweight Championship in his hometown from CM Punk, only to be cashed in with the Money in the Bank, and held the championship for a grand total of 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Bren walked out the champion. Cody Rhodes then, with the introduction of the WWE Championship, won a gauntlet match all the way back at WrestlePalooza to become your first and only WWE Champion, and he's held that belt ever since then. And of course, Jacob Fatu has won the 2026 Royal Rumble, and with the Elimination Chamber shaping up, Cody Rhodes might be looking potentially at a very, very interesting path at who will compete for his WWE Championship come WrestleMania. And of course, the American Nightmare was set a challenge by Bren on Monday Night Raw, just seconds before John Cena decided to wipe out the Bren, the former leader of the NBO. And we believe that Bren is in the building tonight, and he will be hearing what Cody has to say. So let's turn it over to your WWE Champion, the American Nightmare. Well, there is no smoke without fire. Bren is in the building. And I can only imagine what he's going to have to say in response to that 3 Stages of Hell match. And Bren is... The hell? Oh, no. Cena with an attack from behind. Oh, my God. What's going on? Cena again attacking Bren. Tosses him in the ring. And Cody Rhodes looks distraught. Like, he's mad at Cena. What the hell is going on here for... Oh, my God. Cody with a sucker punch to Bren. And now he's beating the life out of the former World Heavyweight Champion. Can we get some security out here or something? Cena and Rhodes in alliance. For everything, there's a reason, and Cody Rhodes going to hit a crossroads. That's enough now, folks. Cut the cameras. What the hell? Oh, for God's sake. Wrench in hand. And Cody Rhodes passes it over to the 17-time world champion. Oh, my God. Off the skull. Off the cranium of Bren. Bren's not even going to make it to WrestleMania. He's certainly not going to make it to the Elimination Chamber at this rate, as Cena and Cody Rhodes just tower over him. What the hell is going on here, folks? Oh, my God. Like he hasn't suffered enough attitude adjustment. And now Cody Rhodes is going to the outside of the ring. What the hell is he getting? Oh, God's sake. And now Cody Rhodes with... What the hell's in the... Oh, my God. Thumbtacks all over Bren. Enough's enough. You've proved your... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, no. Crossroads onto the thumbtacks. The medics are rushing out here, by the way. Cody Rhodes sells his goddamn soul.